Hey, what's up, yins guys? I'm gonna do my video today on a video that I've seen on my YouTube page about things that happen in my local news. I know a lot of yins guys, log into your pages and you get these about your subscribers and all your subscriptions, what videos they posted, and you'll get the stuff about news happening in your area. I get those too, and I seen a particular video that I got pretty anxious to do a video on. Unlike other times, when I start having something to say, I'm not entirely good at this big and articulate speaker on a video camera as I am. I'm out there in the world, I can talk people to death, but then I'm still getting the hang of this on the video camera thing. It kind of messes me over a little bit. But anyway, I'm going to show you the page first. Right, real quick. And I'm going to show you another site too that's relevant also because of some other things that I'm going to talk about. Here's a web page for the Citizens Commission on Human Rights. I'm going to show you this page right here. And here's the page, and I'm going to talk about this news article that I just read about the bus monitor giving a kindergarten kid aspirin, which I got a couple different things to say about it, which is true. For one thing, I don't believe in giving somebody else's kid aspirin. I believe it's a liability to start with, whether it's my neighbor's kids. I know you shouldn't do it because, what if something, I don't know, if it's expired and a kid coincidentally gets real sick, it's not a good policy. Not a very good one at all. But I'm actually shocked in a way that it would actually get right on the news, this particular thing, like it's a big news story. I mean, I can see if some whole bunch of kids and it's become an epidemic and maybe bus monitors or bus drivers are giving kids aspirin because they're sick at a regular basis and it's been going on for a while. That would be newsworthy, but I understand the parents' concern though, and I'm not bashing her concern, but I actually got a few things to say to her if she just happens to see this video that made the news, which is some really good things because she looks like a really smart person. Which, yeah, I'm with her. I'm with her on the thing about giving somebody else's kid medicine, even if it's your neighbor's kid, or if it's say your closest friend or neighbor. Don't give our kids anything. It's just not good. But I'm just surprised it made the news like it's a big thing. And one thing that I don't like is something like that will make the news like it's a big thing. But there's another thing that's going on. The reason why I showed you the Citizens Commission on Human Rights webpage, you can go and get a free DVD there, and I think everybody, the parent of the kid that was given that aspirin, if she's watching, I got this message for her. She should go on there and get this, because the mainstream media doesn't seem to want to tell you another truth about how even they're trying to get the schools and get all these parents to consent to giving children Prozac or Ritalin, saying they're too hyper. I mean, I don't think there's very rarely such thing as a kid being too hyper. Hey, he'll be a good athlete, basketball player or something. If it was my kid, I'd go out and play with him some more, maybe play some ball, and all that stuff. Giving people medicines and then trying to tell people they need these medicines for life, even people of all walks of life, trying to give them these medicines. And my one thing I want to say here, my girlfriend's kid, the school was trying to tell her her kid's too hyper and trying to tell her to give his kid Prozac, you know, take him to one of them their doctors. Oh, get the school involved and try to get him to go to one of them doctors to prescribe him that garbage. Yeah, I'm stuttering a little bit because I'm basically trying to talk calmly, because there's a part of me that almost wants to get like a wild preacher and, you know, really. Hey, any people that are watching that may have worked next to me know me. Like on camera here, I'm not a very articulate speaker, but outside of there, anybody of you ever worked next to me, I'm belligerent as hell, and I'll rave like a big preacher, you know, and I'll stutter a little bit on here. But when I'm looking at myself with this capture software, and I'm watching myself, like looking into a mirror, watching myself talk, it's a little distracting. And outside in the world, I'm quite a speaker, you know, no matter what it's about. But anyway, you know, that's the way I am on here. But I hope any of you watching, or if you're the person watching whose kid was given the aspirin, you look like a really smart person, and since you don't believe in anybody else giving somebody else's kid aspirin, I'm hoping, and I shouldn't say hoping, I pretty much know that if you're not going to let somebody else give your kid aspirin, I'm hoping that I hope you're one of the parents that if somebody in a school or somebody somewhere wants your kid to get on the Prozac or Ritalin bandwagon, I hope the hell you rebel against them, because that's what I believe in right there. I believe it's wrong. I mean, that, you know, it's kind of a liability. I wouldn't do it, but I'm surprised it made newsworthy. And when it comes to the big corporations trying to drug your kids, and then even try to drug us older people, maybe because we're outspoken, we're manic depressant, we got problems because we want to tell truth and we disagree and we want to think outside of the box and not want to be slaves, and we don't want to be sheep and have our minds controlled that we need Prozac or Ritalin to drug us into submission, and they want to do this to your kids. And that's what I'm all about. And I think people do need to wake up out there, because okay, the point before it escapes my mind, before I end this video, I believe that this will make big news, but when people want to drug these kids with this Prozac or Ritalin, all the professionals say, just because they're professionals, oh, your kid needs this. And there's documented cases where it's linked to some people's suicides, that some of these drugs cause the suicides. You'll get news on the mainstream media about that, but it gets very vague, and it just disappears, and people forget about it. Like, they don't even want to put it on the mainstream media. You'll get a little bit about it there, and it just gets dismissed. The mainstream news will not tell you that. Oh, they'll make it big news about one kid, you know, getting aspirin from another person, which is wrong. It is wrong. But, oh, when the professionals are trying to drug massive amounts of kids and maybe attack your kids and say they need drugs and antidepressants because maybe you're trying to raise your kid to believe in God the right way, not the Christian fundamentalist radical way, you know, to believe in God and in a common sense way, to resist evil, to resist peer pressure and things like that. They don't like that. So that's what I'm trying to say. So any of you who've seen this video and who've seen this news article, I'm inviting you to go to this webpage, get your free DVD. I'm not a spammer, or it's totally free. It's free to everybody. And it's not anything that like anybody's trying to make money off of or endorsing. It's the right to information, the right to know. I'm giving you this as a right to know, a right to information, like on the internet. Go look it up. Go get the DVD. And that's all I have to say. Peace to you, and I'm gonna end this video because of the 10-minute allotment that they give you on YouTube for videos, or else I'm gonna have to edit it. Till next time.